defeated, not taken out. You might get knocked down, but you're not out of the game. Every setback is a chance to build back stronger. It was a cold, gray morning when Elijah sat on the edge of his old bed, looking out the window of his small apartment. The storm from the night before seemed to reflect the mess in his life. Bills were stacked on the kitchen table. His once thriving business had failed, and the pain of betrayal from his friends weighed heavily on him. His dreams of success felt as far away as the sun hidden behind the clouds. For months, Elijah had worked day and night on his small tech business. He gave it everything he had. But when the market took a downturn and his business partner betrayed him, everything fell apart. Now he was left with nothing but debts and a feeling of failure. How did it come to this? Elijah whispered. The question hung in the air with no answer to comfort him. He wanted to quit. The thought of walking away from everything seemed like an easy way out of the heavy burden he carried. But deep inside, a small spark of hope refused to die. Elijah thought about his mother, a strong woman who had raised him on her own. She used to tell him, being defeated only lasts as long as you let it. Get up, Elijah, even when it feels like the world has knocked you down. Her words echoed in his mind, giving him strength. Slowly, Elijah stood up. His legs felt weak, but standing was his first act of defiance against giving up. He decided this wouldn't be the end of his story. The first step was the hardest. He picked up the phone and called a mentor he had spoken to in years. I need help, he admitted, swallowing his pride. The mentor listened and gave him encouragement and useful advice. Elijah realized that asking for help wasn't a sign of weakness, but a sign that he was ready to fight for a better future. In the weeks that followed, Elijah made small but steady changes. He sold what little he had to pay off some of his debts. He took on small freelance jobs, worked far below his skills, just to make ends meet. It wasn't easy or glamorous, but it was a start. Each day he made a plan, update his resume, reach out to old connections, and look for new opportunities. One evening, as he browsed job opportunities, an idea came to him. It wasn't just about finding a job, it was about finding his purpose again. Elijah had always loved technology, not just for making money, but for solving problems. He decided to start small, using his skills to build a simple platform to help local businesses run more smoothly, something affordable and useful. It wasn't an easy road. There were nights when doubt crept in, telling him he was wasting his time. But Elijah refused to give up. He reminded himself that every small step forward was progress. He surrounded himself with people who encouraged him, drawing strength from their support. Months passed, and Elijah's hard work started to pay off. His platform gained attention, and local businesses began to use it. The income was small at first, but it was steady. More importantly, Elijah felt the joy of creating something meaningful again. One sunny afternoon, he stood in front of a group of young entrepreneurs sharing his story. He told them about failure and feeling defeated, but also about hope and perseverance. You might get knocked down, he said, but you're not out of the game. Every setback is a chance to build back stronger. Elijah's life wasn't perfect, but it was his own. He learned that being defeated didn't mean the story was over. It was just one chapter. As he closed that chapter and began the next, he knew the best parts of his story were still ahead. Defeated, not taken out. Defeated,